Here's my story of being the frontman of a rock band to being the guitar player, bass player, drummer, keyboard player of a one-man band. Well, I wasn't always a one-man band. In fact, my dream initially was to play in a full band. My younger brother played the drums and I had a buddy in school who played the bass, and we quickly decided, hey, we're gonna start a band. We're just playing some covers, writing some songs, and eventually we started doing shows and started doing tours and writing albums, and it was like a whole thing. And from a young age, I've always had this dream of being the frontman of a kick-ass rock band. That was the goal until I think I turned like 18 or 20 and the band broke up. You can imagine school's over, you're not seeing each other every day all the time anymore. It's just getting tougher to get together. Bass players got kids now. Guitarist wants to go off to school and do something different. It wasn't working out at the time. I didn't quit the band quit me. I wasn't gonna not play music anymore. I had to find a way. So I eventually just started doing acoustic shows. I got the acoustic guitar and sing some songs, go play bars, open mics, pick up a couple gigs here and there. People liked it, but for me, it was so frustrating to just hear acoustic guitar and vocals when in the back of my mind, I hear the bass play, I hear the drummer drumming, I hear the keyboards, there's all the sounds in my head, but everybody else just hears acoustic guitar and vocals. I started racking my brain about like, okay, if I can't get guys together, if everyone's busy, if nobody is willing to put in the time and energy and effort, because I'm a crazy person, okay? Like I will think about music and play music and all day. If I can't find other people like me, how can I find a way to just maybe do it myself? This was just around the time that loop pedals started popping off and you'd see them everywhere. And I remember I'd see a guy like Ed Sheeran play to a sold out stadium of tens of thousands of people and he's just rocking a loop pedal. And he'd just do a bit of beatboxing, hit his guitar, and kind of create this whole full band sound all on his own. And I saw that and I was pretty inspired. And I thought, hey, maybe there's a world where I could figure this out. So I started beatboxing into the pedal. I've got the guitar sounding like a bass. And kind of I had it working. I had a sound, but it just wasn't really working. It wasn't scratching that itch. Something about the beatboxing and everything and just being alone. You know, the one-man band's pretty lonely, I will say. There's something about hanging with the guys and shooting and just like laughing and making jokes and getting together and talking about the music you like and bouncing ideas off each other. Really, I was missing that and it wasn't working. When the whole world shut down, I shut down too, and I went into a bit of a musical depression. I quit all music altogether pretty much, and I didn't play anything. I mean, there was no crowd, there was no band to hang out with and play music with. I was pretty much alone and it felt like it was over. It really did feel like the dream of like frontman of a rock band, just the energy of the crowd, everyone dancing, singing, having a great time. It was over. The dream was done. It was dead. So I took a couple years off. I pretty much killed my own music dream. I told myself I was never gonna play music or pursue a music career ever again until I decided to just try it again. Instead of the beatboxing, you know, something about it was just, I heard so much of the beat, it was frustrating me, annoying me. So I got a full drum kit. I got a new loop pedal. I got the Headrush looper board. It had 4 channels instead of 1 channel. And then I had the drum kit that I could loop into the looper. And then I got a keyboard so I could start to play a little bit of keyboard along with it. And so all of a sudden it became more challenging, more fun. There was like a little bit of I had to relearn how to play the drums. I had to relearn how to play the keyboard. I had to learn how to loop with not 1 channel, but 4 channels. And so I think part of the challenging myself reignited my passion for this, and I started to really dive into the one-man band and get excited about performing on my own and then figuring it all out. It just became this puzzle that I have to crack. Soon enough, I found that, you know, my producer mindset, my willingness to go the extra mile, my willingness to just try to learn the drums. Why do I have to learn one instrument? I started to find the fun and the love and passion for music all over again. And quickly I found out that I wasn't the only one who loved it. It's like I'm up there trying to solve a puzzle, and people found it really interesting that, hey, this is one man making this whole sound all by himself, and it sounds like a full band. He's got a real drum kit, he's got a real keyboard, he's got all these things going on. It sounds really good. People started really liking it. People started taking notice. I started getting booked for a lot more shows and a lot more events, and people found like, oh, if I can't afford a full band, I can still get this one-man band who sounds really good, who fits in a small corner, and he rocks the house. That being said, you know, the one-man band's not perfect. Like I said, it gets lonely. There's nobody else there to kind of like help you or bounce ideas off of or think or learn from. You really have to figure it all out on your own. I will say also, the one-man band doesn't always get the same respect as a regular band would, especially from bands. I find like bands, sometimes bands, you can only imagine, you know, you're a band, 4 or 5 guys, and you see one guy doing the job of 5 5 guys, there's a little bit of hey, screw that guy mentality, I will say. I mean, I get it. They're not the same thing though. They're totally different things. Also, like, it's challenging, guys. It's so nice to just play one instrument. Like, anytime I do get a chance to jam with other musicians, it's like, wow, you play one instrument and everything's there. You don't have to think of or micromanage the guitar parts and the vocal parts and the mixing and the this and the that. Like, there's so many things that go into it. I guess for me and my personality type, maybe it's the ADHD, maybe it's the OCD, maybe it's the crazy person in me. I like having to manage all the different things. I like the stress of the one-man band. I like the fact that if one thing goes wrong, there's nobody to point to. I can't blame the bass player or the drummer. It was my fault. I did it. I messed up. Oops, my bad. But guess what? I get to fix it, and I get to trust the fact that I'm the one who's gonna fix it. No one else is gonna fix this for me. And yeah, there's something liberating and exciting about that and challenging, and I like the challenge. And if it weren't for the technology today that we have with loop pedals and all the different mixers and everything, this stuff wouldn't even be possible. So I'm lucky to live at the time I live now, and I feel like I'm on the cutting edge of this one-man band thing, and every day learning new things, adding new instruments, adding different songs, different techniques of looping. And it's been very exciting and very fun. And in the future, I'm so excited for where it can go as well. I mean, the path that I'm on right now is I'm finding every day as I stream, there's more and more people who are just interested in the fact that one man can make all this music, can make all these sounds on his own. It's pretty wild, it's pretty crazy. Not everybody understands or respects it or gets it, but the people who do really do, and I appreciate them a lot. And so we're on this journey, man. I'm playing as much as I possibly can. I'm now lucky enough that I live a full-time one-man band life. This is my job, to be a one-man band. And so it's like, it's not the dream that I had. It's not the dream that I was the front man of this crazy rock band and everything, but I am living the dream. I'm living the dream of a one-man band, playing music for a living. People love it. I love it. It's beautiful. If you're in a band or you're looking to start a band and you're like me and you can't find guys who are willing to be as crazy as you are, or tough to get along with other band members, or you just want to do music, maybe try the one-man band. Give it a shot. Get yourself a loop pedal. See how many of these things you could do on your own. And I think the bigger philosophy of the one-man band is there is a world where you can do it on your own. You don't always have to rely on others or look to other people to solve your problems for you or fix things. Like, if you're willing to, if you really believe that you could do it, you can do it. There's a way. I'm living proof that there's a way. So make sure you subscribe, notification bells. We're going live every day pretty much. New music coming out. Yeah, join us for the journey, because I couldn't predict a decade ago that I'd be a one-man band, and here I am, and who knows what the future holds. So join me, let's do it. Subscribe.